Hello, hello. This is me, Casper Clemenson, with something new, which is actually old. Um, okay, I haven't been putting up any videos lately. I have been recording, but I simply don't have the time to edit videos anymore, or I don't know. I've been working on different stuff. Mainly a couple of role-playing games. So, but I also play solo RPGs, and lately I have um, my real-life table group. We've been playing WhiteBox, and with uh, Chainmail combat rules, man-to-man combat rules. And I've been looking into different sorts of man-to-man combat rules, and I'm really fond of that system. So, yes, and what is this? This is my own hack of our own setting of WhiteBox. I call it WhiteDocs or Docs in Chainmail. So as you can see, it's a sort of a Duckberg universe. It is a fantasy setting. I just use different for the races. I just use different Duckberg tropes. So you can see that they have names and everything. These are some characters I've run through an adventure. Oh, sorry, the four top of them: uh, Grubert Goof and Rafina the Ranger are new characters I will add to the group. Yeah, and I use sort of my own version of WhiteBox for this. Sort of almost the same, but just some because I use the chainmail rules. I made some slight changes, as you're going to see later. But I already ran these four nerdy dwellers, those top ones, in an adventure. So if you look above Gita Goose's head, there's a winged egg. And as I was playing the adventure, the solo adventure, I'm playing it solo, I realized it could be fun because she's sort of the clerics, she's a cleric, and the clerics in this setting, if they are lawful, they sort of believe in the winged egg. And the winged egg is sort of and yeah, it's in sort of a deity or a force in the universe that's symbolized or made physical via a winged egg. And there's several winged eggs, but they are rare, but they're spread out. But during the adventure, I found out that it would be fun if because the quest in the adventure I played was it was a quest for her grandfather, who was also a cleric. So I thought it could be fun that if she found the winged egg, it would be sort of her holy symbol. And so I sort of looked into the law of that, or made some law about that. So clerics, level 1 clerics, after this adventure now, some rule changes are made, have this little companion with them, which is a winged egg. And it is sort of the egg that does the turning. So the X power is to, or the winged X power is to, it is through the power of the egg that the the cleric has many of her powers. And if you are a chaotic cleric, or as we have Grubert Goof, who is an anti-paladin, who is a paladin of chaotic alignment, you get the other version of the egg, which is a dark eggling. It is sort of the winged egg just hatched, and it's a dark thing which gives dark powers. But it's mainly life drain. So this egg can run around and drain life, but it's very harmless on the low levels. But it's just a thing I added. As you'll see, I use all sorts of resources, and let me just run through them, because recently I discovered, where is it? This one. It's Chaos Reigns by Jowclips. It's an OD&D combat hack. The funny thing is that, yeah, you should, if you don't already, you should of course check his videos out. He makes all sort of really excellent content. But I actually had another very, very similar system for docs in Chainmail, inspired by, yeah, Chainmail. But this, I found that Chaos Reigns sort of, uh, um, I almost use it like 100% as written. There are some few differences that I use. Let me just share one of them with you, for instance. You can see here the combat procedure, that movement is before missile fire and magic. In my rules, missile fire is happening as the same time as movement. So it's actually, in a way, missile before movement. And that's also because I want to give the guys with the bows a chance to actually shoot their opponents before they run into a melee fight. Yeah, and not after, and then having difficulties actually shooting them or hitting their comrades. So that's mainly, yeah. So that's basically, else it's almost identical rules that I came up with myself, but Chaos Reigns is just in a handy pack with, it's just like, you can print it out and just have it on a, like a 4 pages thing with the cover and, the insides and the back. So, yeah, that's, I use that for combat. And what else? Of course, I use the Sandbox Generator to make the hex map. Show you the hex map here. I use HexKit 2 to actually draw the map, and the Sandbox Generator to generate content and content in the hexes. Yeah, content. So I might also use it for dungeon procedures or dungeon generation, but I also have this one. This is, bear with me, Osric. Osric has dungeon generator built in. Find it. Where did it go? think it's here. Oh, anyways, I can't find it now, but I'm telling you, it does. And what else do I use? I use, of course, WhiteBox, a fantastic medieval adventure game with some minor changes. What is that, for example? Oh yeah, I will show you. Due to the combat system of Chaos Reigns, instead of to hit, let me get the warrior out here, fighter. I only use the hit dice as a number of actions in combat or actually attacks. So that is quite many attacks, but as you only use a d6 for damage with some smaller variations in damage, it's not going to be a game changer in that way. But yeah, I know that Chaos Reigns, Eclipse's rules, you can also have as variant for group or for solo play where you can use, if you let's say have 4 actions, it can use use the attacks as a pool and delve out 4 attacks in a single strike, dealing a lot of damage. But I'm not using that. I apparently like to roll many times. So yeah, and the other thing, if we look closer at this, you can see that saving throws, I use another mechanism for saving throws. You can see here that mostly characters classes get a +2 bonus on saving throws. I halved that to +1, and I just changed the number. So I use 2d6 saving throw, where every class starts with, except a few would start with 9, but every class almost starts with 10. So they have to roll a 10 or higher. And as the level progress in level, this target number will get lower. What else? Nothing else really. Oh yeah, one thing. For having a structure on the solo play, I use Game Unfolding Machine by Jensen Vars, or GUM. And actually, what I think we could do together right now would be rolling a new adventure plot. Let's start elsewhere though, because these 4 guys, Shondok, Gida Goose, and Claude, and Unix, are on their way back home with the winged egg, which Gida is going to receive as her holy symbol. Maybe I should explain one more rule thing, because you're thinking, where are all the dwarfs and the elves and all that? Yeah, let me explain this. Good that we have everyone present here. So, my equivalent of humans are, the grown-up Duckberg characters. So, that's ducks, beagles, goose, pigeons, you name it. They're the grown-ups. That's humans. So, and all the animal cubs, like ducklings and bear cubs and stuff, are the wee folk. So they are dwarfs and halflings. And so Grubert Goof he's a goof, but that's also just human. But the thing is that goofs are, notoriously clumsy or what have you, sort of goofy, like me, perhaps. But the thing is that they are cursed humans in some way. And in Gruber's case, it's he is a goof with a chaotic alignment. So yeah, he's an anti-paladin, by the way. But we haven't met these guys yet. And then we have a fox here, Rafina the Ranger. She's a fox. And foxes and wolves are the elves. So foxes are more like the wood elves, and the wolves are more like the dark elves. I do have goblins. They're just goblins in my setting. But I don't have orcs, per se. They are pigmen. Not to... Yeah, never mind me. You'll see the rules as we go along. But anyways, yeah, so there are some restrictions, by the way, to, for instance, we folk can only go to level 6 in my game. I know that dwarves can progress to, is it level 8 or more? I can't remember, and halflings only can go to level 4. But in my game, pups can go to level 6. And the thing is with elves, or the foxes and the wolves, can only go to level 8. And humans can progress to level 10. Yeah. So, without further ado, I think we should get the game unfolding machine up and running. Oh, before we do that, sorry about that. Before we do that, I want to give a short introduction to what actually happened in the adventure I played off camera. I'll try to cut it short. The characters come from this lovely little village called Spring Picklington. They received, or Gita Goose received, a letter from her grandfather saying that in the hex 0201 was a corruption amiss that corrupted, or the corruption that was in this hex led to mutations of the plants here. And he had a strong belief that it was because that in the dungeon up there to the northwest was a holy relic, the winged egg, that had been corrupted. He had perhaps had some previous experience with corruptions of winged eggs, or what do I know. So we went up there, we found a dungeon, and inside the dungeon we fought some plant mutations, and we also met some pixies, another faction in the dungeon, whose princess had been corrupted with this corrupted relic. We rescued her, and after defeating level 2 wizard or magic user, who was the source of the corruption, who tried to corrupt this egg, but he did it by an accident. But anything, he got corrupted too. We we took him out of the context, so to say. We killed him in a fight. And so the pixie princess was reunited with her people, and the winged egg was saved. And now it's in possession of Ulrita Goose. So it's her holy symbol. As a reward, she gained this holy symbol. I think that's it. And then now the four Ne'er-do-wellers are on their way back to Spring Picklington. They still have some resources left. I can also say that some other minor things happened. We were lost a couple of times. We also met some Mothmen in the swamp and stuff like that. But let's not delve there. I think what is going to happen is that on our way back, we're going to meet these two toons there. And I think they're traveling together. And welcome to the part of the actual play of this new quest. I should. There are some few disclaimers I should remember. That is that in Chaos Reigns. Another thing which I don't do as Chaos Reign prescribes, and that is, let me get it up for you. Let me see if I can actually find it. But the thing is that when the characters gain level and gain extra actions or / attacks, they cannot use these attacks on the same target. However, in my hack of Chaos Reigns of a hack, you can do that still. But so you can ask, what happens then if they meet a level 3 and they get hacked to pieces? But the thing is that I'm going to do a little Gary Gygax hack. Actually, I thought of two options: the Gary Gygax hack or the Arneson hack. I saw somewhere on the internet that Arneson, when he played campaigns, he just let the characters be level 3. So, but my characters are not going to be level 3. But what Gygax did, apparently, was that he applied the Constitution score to their hit points. So I'm going to do that quickly here. I'm going to turn off the camera and add it because you don't want to look at me fooling around with Clip Studio Paint, which I haven't apparently opened yet. And then I will get back to the story or the plot I came up with for this new adventure. One sec. Can you even see this? Anyways, Rafina is behind me. So yeah, let's get those character sheets back again, or out of the way. So, and let's actually get the hex map up, because I want to show you, in case you forgot. Well, you haven't actually seen this yet. Anyways, we start our adventure here up to the left, top left corner, in hex 0201, where we left off. Okay. So, what did I roll on gun? Okay. You can see that I've drawn 2 hexes, and that's got something to do with what I rolled. And what did I roll? Okay, so first of all, while they were in the dungeon, fighting off the wizard and retrieving the winged egg, there had been a ravine in the mountains. So their old way home is now blocked. The path is obscured by many fallen rocks, and they can't go that way as it is now. And the way around to the left and down through the swamps wouldn't be any easier way. And they would also have to go through some dangerous areas because one thing is that it takes forever to travel in swamps, which it does too in the mountains. But anyways, they scouted the area and found that there was a better passage to the east, towards the east. So that's why they're heading there. But the plot. Okay. So, and all of this plot, or the most of it, these players, neither our 4 top players or Grubert Goof or Rafina, does not know every detail of this plot. Let me get the hex map out of the way. The thing is that shit, it was too early. Let me get it back up again. Here up in the north, the hexes. Oh, you can't see it yet. The hexes to the north, those new ones. There is this. This is a sacred meadow, sort of, and there's a sort of an enchanted forest to the right of the meadow, but it sort of starts before that. But inside this, here, somewhere in the borderland between the meadow and the enchanted forest, there's this forest people living there. It's not wolves or elves. It's another sort of druidic tribe, very sort of in pact with nature. And they're sort of the wardens of these 2 areas. And these druids, the elder druids of this small faction, this community, has this shrine or temple. But lately, or what just happened some days ago, maybe 3 or 4 days, is that apparently that there was at the shrine some secret tunnels which some force has discovered. And in this underground shrine complex, there was a goblin hammer. One of the oldest of these druids has heard this legend that the druids of earlier, of the same tribe, they hit this goblin hammer Because this goblin hammer is used to shoe unicorns with horseshoes, turning them into dark unicorns. The plot thickens. Yeah, this old druid dude, he knows this legend. But apparently it was true, and not only a legend. Because when the druids descended into the underground complex of the shrine, they discovered this sort of sanctuary down there that could have held this hammer in place behind some sort of magical reinforcement or something like that. But this place has been... Oh, it was the double. It is a package for me, and it's Christmas time, and I actually hope this would come earlier today because this is my first. Yeah, this is really sorry for that. My first phone stand, because I would actually love to play have it more analog, my setup. So maybe I should actually quickly unwrap this. Here we go. I'm a real YouTuber now. So, one sec. Hey, look at me. I'm all modern. I got dice on my table. I got the oracle up here. Sorry, yeah, that's my coffee cup. I was eating I was updating you on the updating. I was talking about the adventure, the plot. But then I got a premature Christmas present, and look at me, I'm all excited and like a little child. Now we have another problem because there's some. Oh, it's okay. Anyways, we need somewhere to see the character sheets. Let's see if we can do something about it. There we go. But I'd love to have these printed out then. Whoopsie. Do I do this? Whoops. God. Yeah. I can just open them from time to time. So, yeah, my dice. And I quickly have to check where I kind of lost where I was here. Oh, is that's the bottom of the stand. Anyways, yeah, let me just remove. I have so much crap on my table. Whoopsie. Need to get used to this new stuff. Yeah. Sick. Just had an accident with. Oh yeah, thank you to father-in-law for this present. The telephone, the phone stand. Yeah, I have this rather homemade combat map here, which I had used whiteboard markers on. Yeah, the first layer here, the grid you can see is actually permanent marker. Should be permanent marker that I've drawn with a red. I think it was red. What do you call it? Tush, red ink, whiteboard pens, whiteboard markers. It's called. But normally I could just use, like a wet tissue or something just to wipe the whatever colors I have. I have different colors here. But for some reason, perhaps this is a known issue to someone, the whiteboard marker was stuck. So I had to pull out some stronger I don't know what's that's called in English. Some stronger, more effective, and it was really effective because I totally wiped out this little pocket of my battle map, and I've just redrawn it. It looks all dirty now by hand, and I didn't bother to use a ruler or anything. It's great, really great. So for now, it'll have to do. It looks like there's some sort of little hill on the map. It's wobbly floor. Anyways, back to the story, the plot. So this goblin hammer, goblin smithy hammer that has been there down in those underground complex for centuries and centuries is now out again. And perhaps we don't know. It's another goblin smithy who also knew of this legend, and he, yeah. And the thing is, that in this area, in the enchanted wood and the enchanted glade, or what do you call it, the meadows, there are not many, but there are some unicorns. And the druids are now afraid that this force, whoever they are, will of course use the hammer to produce black unicorns. And the druids will not have that, because in order for this, our whole bit like if you've seen the movie Legend, the unicorns are quite important for, the balance of things. So, yeah, little bit inspired by Legend perhaps, but so, and we do have goblins as well, so there's maybe some goblins at play here who wants to chew the unicorns, make dark unicorns. And the druids know Rafina, the ranger, who I introduced earlier, as a friend who before have helped them with other tasks. And Rafina called her friend Grubert Goof. So that's sort of the story. They have Rafina and Grubert are on the lookout, looking for clues, tracks, whatever, of already shoot dark unicorns or yeah, maybe some sort of clue, or maybe they left some tracks behind. Anyways, They have been out in a few days looking for tracks, unicorns, and I think that unicorns maybe are really hard to track. So maybe they don't even, do any, their hooves don't, my English, leave any tracks behind. Or maybe just slightly. You have to have a really trained eye to see that. Okay, anyways. I am going to roll as we come. They are on the groove. Grubert and Rafina are on the western side of the hex of the meadow, and the 4 other heroes are coming in from the east side. I had an idea to start, but I could also let me get that. It should be here already. Why is it not? Can you see it now? Oh, it's maybe because it needs to be on top of that. Yeah, sorry. There we go. I need to get gum up. And I think I want to roll on the following table, which is the scene. It's further down. It's this one. Let me just zoom in. How does it look for you? Let me zoom a bit out. Actually, oh, that was a nudge too much. Can you see that? No. One sec. Good enough. Okay. So I wanted to start in media res somehow, and I already have an idea, but let's roll with the randomness. Hey, for the first time, an analog dice roll. 9. So NPC presence. Someone helpful or with right knowledge. Indicated person. Yeah. It's completely an indicated person because I completely indicated that. Oopsie. That they were going to meet each other. Okay, so let me just go with the idea that I had. Okay. 4 characters. They're passing an old stone bridge into this sort of almost on the border of their hex into the next hex, from the hills into the meadows. There's a canal, some sort of, or a little stream, maybe even a small river, with a stone bridge spanning across it. It's sort of, twilight hour, and the sun has just began to sink, or it's actually already maybe disappearing in the horizon, so it's still gloomy. What is that? What was that? Was some strange effects behind the and there along this stream there are some small woods and trees, and they come to this through a winding road, sort of down from the hills. They come to this bridge and they see a silhouette, huge silhouette, walking with their back to them on the bridge. So this silhouette of a humanoid haven't seen our characters yet, so they try to scurry out sort of to the sides. and he's slowly walking and dragging something with his back to the band. And they're quite close, actually. And then they hear a voice saying, "Quickly, get down here! Under the bridge! Now, hide while you can!" Followed by a voice that, and whoosh, shh, shh. Okay, the characters hear this and they kind of almost freeze, but they, seeing the silhouette is about to turn, they quickly run and duck and run in under the bridge where they could hear the voices. I think my phone is, perhaps running out of batteries. First this, now that. Okay, so they're hiding under the bridge. And in this twilight, this darkness, this shadow under the bridge, they see these two characters. They see they are friendly, sort of looking. It's the fox, Rafina, who is wearing a hood, and an armored goof. And the first impression is that we're getting from Gita Goose because, she has this, her new flying winged egg thing, and she's of lawful alignment, and it turns out that this goof is an anti-paladin who has a hatched former winged egg, hatched, what is called an I'm not sure whether to call it an eggling or a darkling or something like that. And they sort of come into the presence of each other, and there's this moment where small sparks almost. But yeah, I don't know. Rupert Goof says, "No, don't, get back here, little one, get back here." And he's talking to his eggling. And the eggling sort of jumps up into he's just sitting with it, and I think that Gita's egg is flying around like, but staying close to Gita. So sorry, I have so many interruptions. I have to check the state of my phone because it made this sound that it sounded like it is running out of batteries. I was hoping that it could charge while being locked to. Check. Again? Hello again. It wasn't a battery. I'm not sure what that was. Sounded like battery was low. Okay, so they're under the bridge, and they talk to each other, and they say, "Shh, no, actually, stop, rewind that. They're not talking to each other. Rafina is pointing up, and you can they can all sort of hear like heavy footsteps on top of the bridge, and the four heroes sort of, what is that? Sort of make gestures, and then Rupert Goof comes really close to them, and you can hear this voice inside his helmet. No, he's not. His snout is sticking out. No. Strong. So, oh, shit. And they are, just to clarify, they are on the western side, and the stream of the river is quite strong, or the current. Is it called current? It's quite strong, and the water looks really cold, and none of them really wants to go into the water. And they would also be quite vulnerable should the troll notice them. So, okay. So, just another thing I want to state that this is not the white box troll we're talking about. This is more like an ogre, you know, in my setting here. So it's like a child-eating giant. And he's quite strong, I think. I think he's a level 3 almost. We could use the. I have this the swords and wizardry white box. There are no like thieves in this one, but I use FMAC, you know. So, but let's and this book does. I love this cover. And it's by Marlon. But yeah, there's no index in this book. They yeah, I don't know. They apparently they wanted to put the print cost down or something. I don't know. But we're looking for a troll anyway, nonetheless. T troll. Here we are. Yeah, in this book, the troll is a hit die 6. We are not going to say that. This maybe I could just change it to ogre. Would that be better? I could also just lower his HD. There must be an ogre in here. Ogre, yes, hit dice 4. So ogres are normally quite stupid, but more intelligent versions might be encountered here and there. Some ogres are mistaken for trolls. Oh, so they're thinking it's a bridge troll, and it's just an ogre. Anyways, he's got some detail that I want to write down somewhere. Where's my notebook? So, ogre. I don't know if we are going to fight him, but HD4. Armor class AC5. Attacks weapon. Yeah, what? I mean, has he got like yeah, we must get Chaos Reigns out. Okay, Chaos Reigns. What sort of weapon? I think it's like a two-handed club. There's no two-handed club per se. There is Morning Star and a mace. I could just say that it hits like a double-handed, so I roll 2d6 and take the highest. So it's a big. He's got a club. So what does the heroes need to roll to hit this guy? They need to hit an 8. So and was there some specialty about the we're going with mace? +1 rolls against metallic rigid armor. Okay. +1 to plate. Club. So we're going to roll his HD, oh not HD, his hit points. 9, 12. That's not bad. Oopsie. It's looking somewhat like this, I think. He's sort of human-like, really close eyes. Maybe a small tuft of hair. Angry eyebrows. Small ears. Maybe a wart on his nose. Bad wart. Something like that. With a club. Whoa. Anyways, yes. Visual attacks, none. Movement, 9. Maybe we need that. Okay. So what I think is going to happen is that he's I think I want to ask the Oracle because he's starting sort of to the closer we get to the darker it gets, the better the ogre's senses get, sort of, like he starts sniffing around, and our friends under the bridge, they start getting nervous. I'm going to roll a 50-50 to ask if he suspects anything. He can smell something in the air. Yeah. And this is I don't know what color it is. I'm colorblind, but the yellow dye is you can see it up here, and the dark dye is the ambiguous dye. If I roll a 1, we'll get an ambiguous situation. We did not roll a 1, so 6. Yes, and so he smells the band, and he yells something like, "Who? Who? I smell duck, I smell goof, I smell duckling, and other things. Where are you?" And then they can see his they look out from the pitch, they can see his silhouette up there, and his head is looking left and right and left and right. And then he just smiles, like in this toothless grin, or not, maybe not completely toothless. Maybe he's got like these sharp. Okay. And he says, "I'll catch ya!" Something like that. And then he starts running down, and I think it's really bad for the heroes to be under the bridge, so they run up. And I don't think I want to roll for surprise this round, because, yeah, he discovered them. And okay. Let me get to the right page on. Okay. But I am going to roll initiative, though. So we are the yellow die, and he's the whatever blue die. So, god damn it. He has he won initiative. Which is really bad, sort of. But the thing is, he does not have any sorts of missile weapon, because in my rules we start with the missile phase, and it's both in my rules both side acts in a round, in the same round. So it's actually lucky for us because Claude has got some arrows left and he's taking aim. And if we are using, as we are, Chaos Reigns rules, this actually would give, and let me check again, double check. This actually would give Claude quite many attacks with his bow. In WhiteBox, a short bow can fire twice. It has a rate of fire of twice. So we have to settle oh yeah, it's not in here because this class is not in here. The thief. Forgot that. But we have it here, so no worry. The thief. Where did it go? Here. Okay, he only has one hit die. But the thing is that he can fire twice. He can fire, move, and fire if he would, and save the missile shot for later. Or he can use both now. But the thing is that I haven't really been settled on is that on level 2 he gets 2 attacks. Does this mean he can shoot 4 times? That's a question. Maybe we can ask Geoclips. Not now, but now he's just going to shoot twice. Yeah, so he needs to okay. I think it's dark. It's twilight sort of. So maybe let's give him a -1, but we're going to have to the Onyx to light a torch or something. Anyways, let's do this. That's a miss, and he's shooting the arrow again. Another miss. So, according to Chaos Reigns, does anybody else have? Oh, sorry. Rafina also lets loose an arrow. She also has a short bow. Oh, one thing. Let's use this while we have it. So here I have some old buttons. Get a huge button out for the ogre, and I'm just saying that how wide is this actually? That there is 1, 2, 3, 15, 20. It's a wide bridge, sort of. No, 20 feet on the not across, but on the my English. on this short, you know, whatever. And then how long is the bridge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40 feet long and 20. Okay, so the ogre is here, but I think he's just big, but he's giant size. Oh, which actually Rafina gets +1 to this roll because he's giant sized. He's a ranger. So, and then another tactical thing. Maybe I should move myself here. Another tactical thing is that Grubert Goof has a pike, and there is a specialty about the pike, which I need to read. For the polearm, two-handed, reach attack against an adjacent ally are at -1. Adjacent. Oh, so okay, an adjacent ally, that is really, really good. So let's say that Goof is this one. If he stands here, he would actually give more armor or more defense to those who stand on left and the right side of him, as I understand this. So I think our spellcaster is at the back here. So this is Onyx. Grubert Goof. And on this side, we have Rafina. And on this side, we have Claude. So, and here we have, I think this is Gita. And Shanduk is this one. This means that wow, this means that Shanduk is quite hard to hit because she has a plate armor and a shield. Whoa. Okay, she's sort of safe, home safe. But it's movement time now. Oh, no. Did I shoot both arrows? I didn't shoot anything. It's Rafina's turn. And she has a +1. It's 3. Misses. So 3 points of damage to the ogre, who's now down to 9. Okay, so it's movement time. He can move 9. So he moves first, then we move. He's going down here and he's attacking Rupert. He's just running head into this. We don't want to move at all, I think. I think we're just attacking like that. So now it's melee. And the thing is that boom. I think that because Yeah, there's some. Oh, it's only the spear that has that. Okay. Reach. Can interrupt anyone moving within reach to attack them regardless of initiative if wielder sacrifices their free movement. Okay. Okay, so a polearm doesn't do it. It does that in a normal chainmail. If the weapon class is higher, I could now attack. But okay, it's not the bonus here. I like that the weapons have different bonuses. So it's after we chose not to move. That would, I think, in the Chaos Rain rules, actually give us an attack, but it doesn't matter because yeah, we could actually. I'm not sure I want to use those rules. I'm just keeping it simple right now. I have to look into the Chaos Reigns rules again. I read them a week ago or something. Anyways, so the ogre attacks. It's his turn, and he has 4 attacks. And the 4 attacks, he's going to hit Grubert first. And Grubert, what sort of armor is Grubert wearing? Let me just check that. Plate and I have written plate and shield, but he does not have a shield because he has a two-handed weapon. He's carrying the shield on his back. Oh yeah, I forgot that. So plate armor. Where did it go? Plate armor is a target number of 9. I forgot that it's dark. Anyway, let's say we can just hit. I'm cheating a little bit here. Same goes for the ogre. Okay. He is attacking Grubert. And he misses. And his second attack is attacking Grubert again. He misses. And he gets angry now, and I think he wants to attack Gita. She has a mail armor and shield. It's the same. He doesn't know that. He misses again with his third attack. My God, these dice. And now he's swinging his his club at. Oh my God, he's a club, so he would actually hit the plate in one of the attacks. He hits in the second attack, actually. Oh my God. So, okay. Oopsie. He's doing 4 damage, 4 points of damage to Grubert. Whoopsie. Computer is a bit working overtime. Let's just keep track of this in the book for now. And so he's down to 11. Remember, I use the Gygax rules of more HP. Okay, his third attack, he's attacking Gita. I should remember to. Never mind, she's not wearing plate. That's a miss. Last attack is on Shunduk, and I should also remember that because he has a polearm, it's 1 more. So he needs to actually roll 11 to even hit her. He misses. Poor thing. Oh, I forgot if anybody wanted to cast magic. Is anybody casting magic? They might. Let me check Onyx spells. Onyx has Detect Magic, Read Magic, Sleep, Light, and Knock. He also has a random first level spell because in his last adventure he found a wizard's hat which gives him one random spell to use. Let's check out what that random spell is. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10 with the magic missile, which I added. There's actually more, but I'm not asked to find them now. So 10 is magic missile. It's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He used at his turn to look in his hat for a random spell, and it was sadly read languages. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, it is read languages. Anyways, okay. So, and I didn't say that he had any spells prepared, so he's not going to cast any spell. So now it's missile. So if I'm using Chaos Rain rules, I will hit another target if I roll 4 or below. 4 to 2. Do I want to do that? Let's try it for fun in this round, right? So it's here on the left. It's Lord's turn. I think he's firing his shit. Good thing that we didn't apply the darkness rule. He misses. And he misses. Damn it. Now it's Rafina's turn. And she has a +1 because it's an ogre. She rolled a 4. So I'm going to say that it's 1, 2, 3 here. So 1, 2 is John Duck. 3 and 4 is Grubert, and 5 and 6 is Gita. It's John Duck, but so I don't even have to roll. Should I roll to see if the arrow hits her? I think I should. I mean, come on. I mean, she's wearing plate. I don't know. Let's do it that way. Of course. I rolled 11. Oh dear. That's a 6. 6 damage done by our new friend Rafina to Shunduk. Great. Who was it? Who? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Rupert got hit before, and now it's Shun. Much. How much life did she have? 15. So she's down to 9. Ouch. Bad. So Sorry, I completely forgot to roll initiative. It doesn't really matter actually because, I mean, missile weapons can be fired almost anywhere. Anyways, let's get the. It's a reroll. I don't have. Maybe there's rules for. Okay, we won the initiative. Also, I should remember. I forgot that. I think Jandok has +1 to strength, so that's +1 to damage. I should remember that. Okay. So he needs to roll an 8. She's attacking the ogre. Then she hits him. 5 + 1. That's 6 points of damage. Oh. I think I want to roll a moral roll for the ogre, although it's an ogre and he's just getting more and more angry the more hits he gets. But is he so stupid? He's just because he's only 3 HP left. Chaos reigns. Huh? I thought it had. Oh yeah, here we go. A moral, not amoral, a moral table. 2d6. 6 stand off, hold position. He's not fleeing anywhere. That's his own fault. So now it's Grubert. Oh yeah, and I completely forgot that Grubert has this little Eggling, which now does its thing, and it can do it once per day, I think. The Eggling charges forward from underneath his feet and drains 1 life. From this guy. Okay, so he's down to a 2. And now it's Grubert. Come on. He misses. So it's Gita's turn. He misses. Yeah, I should also remember that. Keep forgetting that. Oh yeah, never mind. There's no cops or doglings in this front row. That was a miss. Now it's the ogre's turn. Who of the 3 is he attacking? He's attacking Gita this time. He starts with Gita. And he misses. Yeah, I forgot that it doesn't say anywhere that he has a +2 strength. Okay. He has 3 more attacks. I think he's just attacking Gita again. This time he also misses because I forgot that Grubert's polearm is in the way. Now he's pissed and he's attacking Grubert. I'm just saying. I think that's a hit. That's a hit, yeah. He hits Grubert. 3 points of damage. Grubert is now down to an 8. And he's using the last attack on Sandbox, which is almost impossible. but he's so stupid. He misses. Nobody's casting any spells, and I don't think we want to shoot again and hurt our friends even more. Oh, sorry, forgot initiative. He wins initiative. He's attacking who? He's starting with Grubert. He misses. He misses. And misses, and his last attack goes to Gita. He misses. Brilliant. Yeah, now it's our turn. Let's say it's Shandok first. Boom, boom, boom. That's a crit. What does the double six does? I can't remember if there's anything about crits. Doesn't strike me to be. Yeah, I'm just reading this. I can't find anything about crits. Perhaps it's not crits. Yeah. I was just also quickly reading his rules on missile attacks. Damage can be focused with actions, but missile attacks cannot be done multiple times per round, even on separate enemies. I would say that I would change maybe that their hit dice is the same, so they could actually shoot several times in a round with a missile weapon. In my hack. Okay, so I don't know if we take. I'm just going to roll 2 dice and take the highest. I think it was on Doc, right? So it's 5 damage. So this last strike from Shandok strikes the ugly ogre troll down. Whoops, that was me. Whoop. I'm going to change. So over here. Yeah. The ogre falls really hard to the ground, and the bridge almost shakes and falls apart. Oh. So yeah, I'm still a lot of getting used to, by remembering. But I think we'll get there. But I'm getting more used to. I'm flying around, getting more used to Chaos Rain rules. Right. So, boom, he lands there. Does he have any treasure? I'm going to say that that's a 50-50. He obviously has a humongous club. But does he have anything else? Maybe he's like a highway robber. So he might have some loot on him. Oh yeah, we need to roll that as well. Yes, yes, and of course he's got loot. So how much XP does an ogre give? Uh, 120 actually. So um, I'm completely bad at figuring out WhiteBox's treasure rules, but I have this um, on itch. There's this thing called 8-bit pool. Uh, it's sort of pixel retro calculator for WhiteBox, and you can tap in the XP, and it will calculate the treasure for you. I'm not going to show it to you now. I can do that later. Woba. And another thing, I'm not running with three different currencies. I just have coins in my game. So I'm trying to convert that. So that's 12. On top of that, that's 74. And I'm rounding up. So 75 gold. Oh, no, not gold. 75 coins on this guy. Split by. Oh, my head maths. I can't do that in my head. It's 15 each. Going to write that as a note, and then I'm going to also remember to correct their HP. So 15 points each. Um, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. So that's yeah. Need to change. Would be nice if I had the character sheets printed out. So Jean Duck is down to a, was it a 9? Yeah, out of 15. And Rupert Goof was down to an 8. Oh, oh. So he actually lost half of his yeah, life to that ogre. Could have been even worse if we hadn't played with the Gygax Constitution rule. Ooh, um, so I haven't added the treasure yet. I will do that. And also I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee before going on. Be right back. Back again. I think the characters are sort of looking at each other, sort of thinking, what's the next step? But I think while I quickly pause that, I'm going to go to gun because we could call this a new scene, and I want the dice to sort of help me generate. I have an idea how to proceed it, but let's do it like this. Oh yeah, sorry. I want to roll it so you can actually see it. Can you see it there? Yeah, that's a 9. So that says 9. Oh yeah, it's the same I rolled before. It's a reroll. It's a NPC presence, someone helpful, blah blah blah. 14. An random event. Event or interruption could affect plans. Keyed scene important. I think then I have to go further down to roll on another table actually. Event or interruption. There's an intervention table. Is there an interruption table? Not really. So I'm just going to roll percentage die on the intervention table. 80. Something requiring immediate attention. Yes. That could be the information that Grubert and Rafina has, but I could also roll on the Grand Oracle table to see what that is. And I could roll an action descriptor and subject, which is a more detailed version of an event or activity. Action plus subject for a random event, action, inquiry, or conversation content. Okay, so I'm just rolling action plus content here. And maybe a descriptor if needed. 51, ignore. 64, opportunity. What is that? What sort of opportunity is that? I have to write that here. Ignore opportunity. Blah. Opportunity. But I'm also going to roll a descriptor. Anyway, 19. Dangerous. Ignore dangerous opportunity. It sounds like if yeah, I'm going to roll one more time because it sounds like I think Rupert and Rafina sort of says, "Thank you. Without your help, we couldn't have we might have had to fight the ogre alone." and they're saying that they thank you first, and then they say that some clue, or I don't know which it is, what clue it is. Maybe they got some intel from somebody. They were running around in the meadow and they met someone and they said, check out the western parts, and I don't know. They ended up here for some reason in their investigation. But I think that it's sort of in the air that they're asking, that Grubert and Rafina are asking, uh, or telling them what they're doing and asking them for help. And then the ignore dangerous opportunity would incline that our four heroes wouldn't help the other two. And what is a dangerous opportunity? I mean, I should roll two descriptors to figure out in this context what this opportunity could be. 19. That is dangerous again. And 45. I got inactive. An inactive danger. Maybe I should use, instead I should use descriptor plus subject. 28. Enigmatic. And 34. Energy. I'm just writing it down here. Enigmatic energy. Classic situation where where you get some difficult prompts. Let me think a bit. It could be an opportunity that has arisen from this fight. Is it something they? Oh yeah, maybe there's more than just gold on the ogre. Does he have a clue of some sort? I'm going to ask the oracle. Is there more than just? Is there more than just gold on this ogre? Yes, but it's not connected to the situation. Or maybe it is. Yes, but it's crumpled up and hard to if it's a note, it's crumpled up and hard to read, or enigmatic energy. I have an idea. Let's just go with it. It might be a silly idea, but sometimes I mean, let's just keep the story rolling, right? This is perhaps a clue. We don't know. The ogre, in his back pocket or whatever, has a crumpled up note. It's written like a rebus or in a code. And all we get from the node now, I don't know why he should be connected, that doesn't matter. It's just to keep it simple. we just find a clue in him. But the rebus, the thing that we can interpret right now is like in this sort of funny code, is that there's some sort of something is drawn, like there is some sort of energy on it. That could be either like, like beams coming from something. Should we roll what it specifically is? Can we do that? Is that actually a thing? Because the descriptors on the Oracle are deliberately vague. But and what should we use this clue for? Can we read it? Can Onyx, our mage wizard, actually interpret it? You know what? Of course. You know that he pulled this read languages out of his new hat. Sort of gave him the spell in his head. And I think that read languages also can read code. Let me see. Yes. Okay, let me read it up for you. This spell allows the caster to read directions, instructions, and similar notations that are written in unfamiliar or even unknown language. It is especially useful for treasure maps. OMG. Onyx says with his funny voice. We don't know what sort of animal cub he is. He's sort of hidden behind layers and layers of, I don't know, cotton and the hat. And anyways, he just walks up to whoever has the note and then pulls it out of his hand and says, "Give that to me, you silly grown-ups." Okay. So he reads it, and that calls for another oracle roll. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that must be okay. That must be the Grand Oracle again for action descriptor and subject. 2. Maybe more descriptor and subject actually. 2 is accessible. I got accessible ambush. Hang on. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Oh yeah, it's because I actually need to roll 2 descriptors, useful to describe example objects, locations, and people and monsters. So I actually would take a descriptor instead. So it's accessible and artificial. Does not make it even any simpler. Artificial. Thing I rolled that when I rolled the plot was that the opposition, in order to get to them, we needed a specific object. And I think that maybe the thoughts I had when I wrote that back then was that let me actually check my old notes. Was that it could be some sort of portal? Let me check my notes. Yeah, and the thing is also that to this object there was no safe approach. So it could be that I think what this note is. We have dealt a long time with this, enough with this, and I have this idea that the note says that it's a sort of a rendezvous, and it's call out. This is a sort of an invitation to join, or sort of like um, sort of an when you read this, you have to um, join the forces. Sort of, he's called to work, or he's like a soldier called to to operate, or it's like I don't know what it's called in English, but so he needs to do service as a guard or whatever, like under some evil forces. So this is some creature, maybe an owl or another person, another monster type, gave him this. Maybe he got it in mail. I don't know if it says ogre mail. Anyways, he has this note that calls him to service in this place. And it's, of course, a rebus, but we could read it because if it would fall into the hands of the wrong ones, us, that it would still be a secret. But now we know. So I think it's a specific place. Let's find a location. I think I think it's a location in the woods, in the enchanted woods up here. So let me get the map up for you. Yeah. So you can see that it's a yellow thingy around it. It's in hex 0401. It's a location. It's sort of, you know, the little phone.